The procedures in place are hardly foolproof, creating an ineffective and chaotic system. But medical malpractice must be treated as a reality with a cost that is too high to ignore.
The problem with civil wrongs is, or when you don't really have an express statute, is that, first a society has to develop as a civilized society. Humanity and human life have to be valued. Once a value is placed on something, then there will be greater outrage when a wrong is committed in respect of such values. The reason that in Western countries medical malpractice is such a big deal is because they place great value on human life.
Regulation of protocols and standard operating procedures need to come from above. The PMDC is the body responsible in Pakistan.
We only deal with the doctors on the issue of the medical negligence on the basis of code of ethics, which the council provides. But the code of medical ethics is, at the most, we can cancel the registration of the doctor.
The Code of Ethics was last amended in 2001 to serve as a governing piece of information available to all physicians and dentists across the country.
What guidelines? What guidelines to follow? There are no guidelines. There are no specific regulations. Well, now there is regulation for blood banks, but there are no regulations to make a hospital. I mean, anybody can make a hospital.
Registering all doctors and creating a more extensive licensing procedure may discourage quacks from entering and remaining undetected in the market. A drive to create awareness among citizens and medical practitioners alike will ensure patient security and caution.
There are no problems of finding medical expert testimony. Even there are medical experts on panels of courts. They know exactly who to call when a certain procedure has gone wrong.
Of primary concern is the lack of information available and circulated to citizens. A patient's rights under Pakistani law and procedures that ensure these rights should be of primary concern to patients and should be distributed in every strata of society, from school books to training sessions in factories and neighborhoods. Building awareness among the major stakeholders should be of the highest priority so one can know what to demand and when.
We need to change some fundamentals. They have to start with there being impartial medical testimony and more cases coming to courts of law so that judges find ways to grant remedies so that people can be made whole. And I'm telling you that if you put your trust in the judicial system, yes, you will be disappointed at times, but you will be at a better place as compared to if you mistrust the system.
A drive like this can be spearheaded by existing organizations like the Consumer Protection Agency and the CPLC with their extensive databases and resources, in conjunction with the Pakistan Medical and Dental Association and radio, print and television media. The district government must also get involved, leading the drive against malpractice and empowering its citizens in a court of law. At a higher level, though, a need for more funds and more hospitals trumps all other requirements in the country.
When this country decided that they want atomic bomb, they didn't go to UNESCO, World Bank and UNICEF and UNFPA. They made a bomb without any help from these countries. In fact, against their will, because they wanted to make a bomb, they made a will. So whenever the government decide that our people should not die because of the no health care, our children should not be begging and they will go to school, it will not take more than 15 days and they will solve the problem.
Most of the budget goes into administrative structures, salary paying, and keeping upkeep and buying equipment. So actual health delivery budget that you give to the common man is negligible.
Money must be pumped in, but not just on equipment and facilities. An equal amount must be spent on training, awareness and disciplinary committees, the latter of which will serve as a deterrent. Doctors, nurses and paramedics should be held accountable under an amended legislation that holds not just individuals but private hospitals, laboratories, clinics and nursing homes accountable for negligent behavior. With medical students graduating by the dozens every year, stress on bioethical laws and the responsibility of doctor-patient privileges should be a mantra in the MBBS courses, especially in the last of the 5 years, in order to stress the extraordinary importance of bioethical laws. More importantly, however, is that budding doctors and nurses must understand their responsibility to their patients. If preventative measures, new legislations and procedural changes is all it takes to save a family a loss that is irredeemable, then what are we waiting for? To err is human, but in the medical field there is no space for human error, especially when the cost is so high.